Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who have not been here before, I am Dan Blake. I'm a professional photographer living in the Philippines and photographing this amazing country, as well as a few other places along the way. Well, maybe this week I won't be bringing you with me. This week I'm actually going to go on vacation. I'm going to go to El Nido Palawan. Check out the t-shirt. And I've been there before, and I actually have a video out, and I'll put the link below for you so you can check out some of the things I saw and did and photographed when I was down there the last time. But this week is more 3 days vacationing, staying on the beach, maybe do some island hopping at the most, and then come back up here to the northern part of the Philippines. I am bringing a camera with me and a lens, probably 2 lenses, and a travel tripod. So I want to travel really light. And my goal is just a vacation, relax and enjoy myself, and maybe make some new friends. So you might not even see this video.
It's not that exact plane, it's one exactly like that, at least the same size and everything. It's supposed to be about an hour flight or so from Clark down to El Nido. I've been there once before, and it's actually a nice flight.
Finally got checked into the hotel and everything, just to go in for an evening stroll, almost evenings. Sunset's in about 45 minutes or so. But I'm just walking along the beach, and I've got my camera with me. Never pass up a good opportunity. So I was walking back to the hotel, and all of a sudden the sky started popping. And not like with a lot of clouds or anything, it was more of the sun was reflecting off the ocean, giving a nice orange blue glow off the water. So I tried to catch that sun, that bright yellow orange orb dropping below the mountains. I literally had like 30 seconds to set everything up, so I kind of had given up on the shot. I'm not even sure if you're going to see this, but if they do, here's the shots. All right, well, good morning, everybody. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had a really nice time last night. The weather was awesome. After the sunset last night, I actually went for a swim. The water was just the right temperature, and I think I ended up passing out by 8 o'clock last night. I was exhausted from the trip, and then probably walked several kilometers up and down the beach and everything. So I woke up about 5 o'clock this morning, and I was thinking about the sunrise this morning, because last night, before I went to bed, I checked the weather for today, and it is projected to have high clouds, medium to high clouds this morning, and I was thinking it would be like almost perfect sunrise conditions. My plan is this morning is I'm going to be catching the sunrise, hopefully. If not, I'm having a very peaceful morning out here by myself. There's absolutely nobody on the beach, so that's a big win right there. But right now, right there's the mountains that behind me, and that's usually where the sun sets, on that side. So the sun will rise over here, and I'll spin you around with me. The sun's going to rise here behind the hotel. And there's a lot of clouds in the sky this morning, but they're really, really high. And I can already see the light hitting these cloud formations as the sun's starting to come up in front of me here. And so I'm hoping I'll get just enough light on those mountains behind me. These clouds will just light up with all those oranges and yellows and blues and pinks, and just be a spectacular sunrise. But if not, I am thoroughly enjoying myself. I'm going to walk down the beach a little bit more right now and just enjoy the morning. So already it's been an amazing morning this morning, and let me get this shot real quick. I just had a great time, and now the colors are really, really popping. You can see over here the colors in the clouds. You can see that marine haze in the background. Hopefully it's coming out in this camera, but it's turning a pinkish color. And then the depth between the mountains on the left and the right, leading your eye all the way back into. So if I can get some more light on that, it'll just be phenomenal. And then I'm always looking, I'm gonna spin you around here. So I'm always looking to my right as well to see what kind of light's behind me, to the side of me. Because some of my best shots have always been where I haven't been looking, of course, right? So I'm gonna put this down because the light's popping, and if any of these shots come out, well, here they are. So like within 5 minutes of me recording, this weather moved in, and it's been raining like this for the last 2 hours. Now, I will tell you that the weather said only 30% chance of rain, and of course I found the 30% chance of rain. And it was supposed to end 2 hours ago. So I'm just gonna hole up a little bit. You can see that the visibility is practically nothing. None of the boats are moving. Yeah, and it was supposed to end 2 hours ago. So what the plan is now is I'm gonna go back to the room, maybe relax a little bit, and just enjoy myself, because the accommodations at this hotel are just phenomenal. And it's supposed to be breaking here today. It's not looking good, is it? But actually, you know, now that I'm looking at this boat over there, oh, I hear a lot of thunder and lightning in the background as well. But check out this boat. You know, I wonder if that's going to make an interesting photograph. Especially with no visibility in the background, almost like a minimalistic feel. If I can get enough foreground on that, it might work. So I got an umbrella in one hand. Let me flip you around. I think this is coming out. So I got an umbrella in one hand, and I've got this camera in the other hand. So I'm gonna put this down and go see if I can capture this boat. All right, so second try, I'm gonna try to get a sunset at El Nido. And it's promising tonight. I'm thinking about maybe a 60% chance. There's still some high altitude clouds, and the sun is actually starting to dip between these mountain peaks here. And it just may light everything up. We'll see what happens here in about 20 minutes. I would go to the end of the pier here, and I'll show you some video of that in a minute. But there's a lot of people already piled up. I don't want people jumping in front of my shot. This sun is really bright out here, and there's some clouds forming in front of it. You probably can't see it, but the sun's gonna be dipping down right onto the right-hand side of that mountain range there. In about, I don't know, 8 minutes or so. I'm worried about the details in the mountains though. I don't think, right now you just can't see any details because that sun's just blowing everything out, but I'm hoping once the sun gets a little bit lower and you start getting some of the reflection off the water, that I'll get a little bit of the details back in those mountains, or the colors will be so bright tonight that it'll just make a good photograph. So I'll camp out here for another 20-30 minutes and we'll see what happens. All right, well Good morning, everybody. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. I got out here about 5:20-ish, and it was pitch black. And about 15 minutes ago, the mountains behind me just started popping with light. I didn't have a lot of high expectations this morning because of the zero cloud coverage, and but there was just enough clouds that moved in at the last minute to capture some of that clouds, and it moved very, very quickly. I think like within 3 or 4 minutes, I had some shots. I took them, so I couldn't bring you along with me. One of the mistakes I did make again, I didn't allow myself enough time for condensation on my equipment. I mean, this is a hot, humid area. There's air conditioning in the room. You got to give yourself at least 30 minutes, maybe up to an hour for all your equipment to kind of acclimate to the weather. So I was constantly cleaning my lens while I was doing these shoots and everything, but thankfully I think it worked out. We'll see when I get back to my office. But let me spin you around here real quick. So here was the shot I was taking this morning, and I didn't get a lot of this foreground that you see here because I really wanted to emphasize those mountains in the background. And at the time, there were some clouds just going over way right here, and they were picking up that nice pink light. And over here on this mountain right here, I had that soft golden light. And like I said, it lasted 3, maybe 4 minutes, and it was gone, literally gone. Getting ready to do some island hopping, hopefully get some great photos of some of the new islands I haven't been to before. The weather is just absolutely stunning, and getting ready to go on a boat. Let me spin you around and you can see this, this boat. Hold on. Okay, so there's the boat right there. So I basically got to walk up to the water. Right now I'm judging whether, you see that guy walking out? I'm deciding whether I can keep my camera bag on my back or whether I literally have to, let me put my other strap on. All right, now I got my camera bag secure. I think I'll be okay walking up to the boat. It'll be high enough.
Ready to get wet?
Here we go. All right, so we are underway, and I tell you what, the last time I was here, we were in there was a break in the typhoon. We went out and came back, but the water was so incredibly choppy. Today, it's just, look how calm this is. There's no waves at all. So I'm hoping these clouds hold up throughout the day, so if I do get some photographic opportunities, you know, I'll have some detail in the skies and everything. But we'll see. I mean, I'm just out here enjoying myself. I'm meeting some new friends, the crew and everything, so it's just a great time. I think if I'm going to spin you around here, and I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but like right there is the town of El Nido proper. It might just be all big blur on this camera, but that's where we are, and this is where I was photographing the sunset last night. And as I spin around, back there is the hotel. So yeah, just an amazing day, no wind, just having a great time so far. Right now I'm at Snake Island, and the reason why they call this Snake Island isn't because there's snakes here. There's actually a sandbar right here, and you probably can't see it from this angle, but when you get up high enough you can actually see the sandbar, and it's curved like a snake. I did take the drone up, and I think I got some pretty good shots and some pretty good video, so we'll see. The other thing is I was able to get my camera out, and I didn't do any recording because I only have 2 hands, and I couldn't do my this and my Sony SR5.
but I was able to get some shots from the water level, and you could barely see the sandbar from here. And I'm going to spin around. So right behind me, I'm not sure if this is coming out in the camera, but if any of those shots come out, here they are. And just as a side note, when we got here, we had this whole place to ourselves for like the last 60 minutes. And it's just amazing. Now people are starting to roll in from the various tour groups and everything. But Snake Island, El Nido, absolutely stunning place. I could spend a week here. If any of the shots come out, here they are. So we're just island hopping right now, and literally I'm jumping off a boat, jumping onto the beach for 15-20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and then getting back on the boat. And one of the reasons is I'm trying to beat the light here today. We're expecting some weather later on today. I just want to get as much as I can in today. But I tell you what, it's one of those days where it's partly cloudy, big fluffy clouds. Every once in a while you get diffused light. The ocean's blue, aqua blue. The sky's that light blue color, sometimes even teal. It's just amazing. And the way when it does hit the palm trees, it just lights it up. So literally just pointing my camera in any direction, I'm just like getting the shot. So I'm gonna try to take you along with me as much as possible, but just wanted to explain the situation. And honestly, it's not a bad situation to be in. I'm having a great time. I think I'm creating a lot of art and just enjoying myself and making some new friends.
experimenting with some long exposure photography. One of the problems I have here is there's just no foreground interest, and I really like how the mountains are lighting up with that golden light this morning. So I'm trying to put something together. And so long exposure, there is a lot of reflection in the water from that golden light. And so what I've decided to do is include a lot of that, but also include the sand down here in front of me and some of the reflection. You know how it is when the waves wash up on the shore and then recedes and it's still wet, you get that reflection. So I'm trying to capture some of that. And I'm just experimenting a little bit with the photography this morning, and well, we'll see what happens. And just so you know, I'm shooting up to maybe 25 seconds, 30 seconds for this long exposure. I have a KCPL and this K6 stop filter. If you have any questions about any of that type of equipment, just drop me a line. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it. So one of the things that I'm always trying to do when I go to these places, not just create my art, my photographs, I'm also trying to capture the essence of the place. And to me, El Nido is, as far as the ocean, the seascapes go, is what you see right behind me. It is literally my tripod legs are getting wet, which is bad for long exposure photography, because your tripod starts sinking. So excuse me for the distraction. But I always try to capture the essence of the place. And for me, El Nido is this. It's these majestic mountains in the back, these rock formations, and of course, there's so many calm seas around here. And this morning, you can see the blue, the golden, the aqua marine green colors in the ocean. And hopefully some of these photographs I'm taking, not just today, but throughout the trip, hopefully that comes out in the few photos I'll present to you later. So let me get back to this before I lose my tripod. I was thinking about what I said at the beginning of this journey, and if you remember at the very beginning of this video, I said, I'm here on vacation to relax and enjoy myself. And if the photographs happen, they happen. Well, I did do that. I did relax and enjoy myself. I had an absolutely amazing time. I met some new friends. I saw some new things. It was just great. And I also got a lot of photographs. At least I think I do. I didn't bring my laptop or anything with me, so we'll see when I get back. But I started thinking is that, you know, for me to relax and enjoy myself, it's not just the place I'm at, the people I'm with, but it's also me creating photography. It's also me creating my photographs, creating my art. That is so enjoyable to me. It relaxes me. It just puts me in another place while I'm doing that. I'm not sure if any of you have ever experienced that. If you have, you know, drop me a comment. So I'm gonna get back to this because the light's changing rapidly, and if any of these shots come out, here they are.